Hi everyone, welcome to the latest episode of Fantasy Football. My name is Prashant, and I am here once again with my friend Divya. We are both Man United fans, and today we are here, as always, to discuss all of the latest happenings in the world of football. So, as it is now a Hindi channel, हम हिंदी में भी बात करेंगे और इंग्लिश में भी बात करेंगे. So, हमारे सारे फैंस एक साथ अपने opinions को express कर सकें. So let's start, Divya. Firstly, how are you doing today?
As usual, amazing, awesome. United did lose a friendly match against Atletico Madrid, but I wasn't expecting anything much huge from United. But yes, it was a
Mm-hmm.
good match, and I saw a couple of positives in that game, a lot of negatives as
Yeah.
well, and it is going to be, a big task ahead for Erik Ten Hag. I'm sure we are going to discuss about that in this video. But
Of
yes, I'm
course.
doing good. Man City lost, Liverpool did win, and so yes, that was again a good game. Liverpool really played well. I think we're going to talk about that as well. You tell me, Prashant, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good myself. Just been having a good weekend. Typical lazy Saturday. Uh, of course, the latest thing right now is the Community Shield, which Liverpool won. So at least for now, Darwin Nunez is ahead of Erling Haaland, and it's now earlier. It used to be, people used to say that Mbappe versus Haaland will be the next big thing, but as of now, the next big thing is Haaland versus Nunez. The English press are very smart. They have not missed the chance to take that away from La Liga. They don't want them to have the next big battle again. So yeah, let's see how that goes. So let's start with the Community Shield itself. What are your thoughts on the match, Divya?
A really good game, and a lot of positives from the Liverpool side, and they did play really well, free flow game, and they were at their best, very smooth passing, and that's exactly what Liverpool do. Trent Alexander-Arnold with a brilliant goal, and then the penalty from Salah, which was again won by Darwin Nunez, and Darwin Nunez sealed the game with a third goal in the extra time, not the extra time, the injury time. But yes, बहुत ही बढ़िया गेम थी and Liverpool look a good side. They are showing a lot of promise और start of the season एक ट्रॉफी जीत जाना. I know Community Shield एक इतना important trophy नहीं है, but still
Hmm.
it gives you confidence and uh, you go into the Premier League already having won a trophy, so it makes you feel good. And although there is not much significance, but I think this will really give a good boost to the Liverpool side, who actually thought they will win the Premier League last season but came short, and Man City did win the league towards the end. In fact, we went to the last game. So good thing, good start for Liverpool. Let's see what happens in the league. But yes, one बहुत बड़ा बहुत इंटेंस बैटल कह नहीं सकते क्योंकि डार्विन न्यूनेस ने स्टार्ट नहीं किया था. बॉबी फर्मिनो स्टार्टेड.
Ah,
डार्विन न्यूनेस केम फ्रॉम द
yeah.
बेंच, बट उन्होंने जो इम्पैक्ट डाला आके, that was really amazing and looks like a good striker. Got a good work rate in him. Not ready to not always ready to run, not going to back down quickly. तो या उनकी तारीफ जितनी अच्छी की जाए उतनी कम है. यस, थोड़े उन पे डाउट्स है क्योंकि उनको लास्ट एक सीजन ही अच्छा था. ही वाज नॉट लाइक ही इज बीन डूइंग इट कंटिन्यूसली फॉर पास्ट 3-4 सीजन. तो थोड़ा डाउट
Hmm.
है, बट यस लिवरपूल ने आई एम श्योर अच्छे से स्काउट किया और उसके बाद ही लिया है. आई थिंक दैट रियली प्रूव्ड ही प्रूव्ड अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन द टू साइड्स. पेनल्टी वन किया उन्होंने और जो सारा ने कन्वर्ट किया और फिर जो विनिंग गोल मारा. On the other hand, Erling Haaland had a very bad game. It was, a very quiet game and not something that he'll look to, do again
Replicate.
in the Premier League. तो ये मुझे लगता है कि एक forgettable game उनके लिए होगा ये. And I'm sure Pep Guardiola will guide him. He's a brilliant striker. ऐसा नहीं कि एक bad game तो I am sure rival fans मैन सिटी के बोलते रहेंगे कि यार ये तो दूसरा लुकाकू या दूसरा
Flop हो
मुरादा
गया,
निकला
flop
ये
हो
तो
गया.
फ्लॉप. या
हाँ.
सो आई डोंट थिंक दैट विल हैपन. अर्लिंग हालैंड बहुत ही बढ़िया टैलेंट है, and if not this season, maybe he'll take, if he doesn't start with a bang, he will take time to adapt to the Premier League. But I mean, eventually he will start playing the Pep Guardiola style they want to play, and he will score goals. That is for sure. If not this season, maybe he will be a top scorer next season. But it's a big talent that they bought in, big money spent, and I think he will be worth the value.
Okay. Well, yeah, and as a United fan, do you think that the Community Shield is a bigger trophy or a more important trophy than the Bangkok Century Cup?
आई मीन लॉट ऑफ बहुत सारे मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैंस ने इसको हाइप किया था ये बैंकॉक के ट्रॉफी को बट
Huh.
या I'll comment the Ajmal Kosman says Liverpool is a well-due machine. Just put a forward like Darwin Nunez and he scores. Yes, all those crosses from Trent Alexander-Arnold and Robertson, you are always bound to score. But yes, I from what I've seen of Darwin Nunez, he's a really hard-working striker. So Ajmal's point is absolutely right. You put any forward there, he's bound to score. But there is more to Darwin Nunez than just scoring goals. He runs around, he presses really well. He is a Jurgen Klopp type player. That I can tell you from what I've seen, and I'm sure he will score goals. So to answer your point, Prashant, of course the Bangkok Cup is not as significant as Community Shield. It was just to cheer us up. Think that Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, the good thing that I saw in that cup and the other season games is that Eric Ten Hag. We know that Eric Ten Hag has a particular style. उनका एक way of playing है. He wants to dictate from the back, wants to play from the back, and he wants the players to press. So that's something that we have seen in the team. Players are trying to play that style of game. And देखो एक बात तो वो बता दूं आपको, फर्स्ट गेम से ये होने वाला नहीं है. फ्रॉम गेम नंबर वन यू विल नॉट सी एन इंस्टेंट इम्पैक्ट. ये पूरा एक सीजन जाएगा. इट विल टेक टाइम. इवेंचुअली some players will go, then he'll bring in his type of players. So एक या दो सीजन तो हमें देना ही होगा. Fans have to be patient, and it will take some time. But yes, to answer your question, Bangkok Cup is definitely not significant than Community Shield. I have a comment here from
Okay.
Tejas. It says, does Community Shield have a gaming PC with it? Bangkok Cup.
Absolutely. I agree with Tejas on that 100%. Anyway, obviously that was a satirical question. But see, like I have not seen the game myself. I mean, I have not seen much of it. But coming from your comments and from what I did see, it does. I mean, it does appear that Nunez is not like specifically more of a lethal striker, as in he's a good striker, but then he's not like one of those typical number nines. He seems to be fitting well, buying into Jurgen Klopp's philosophy of football, of the way they play, and I think that's probably why he has been signed over maybe someone like Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, on the other hand, I have, I mean, there have been people who have always been skeptical about the fact that why does Pep even need a number nine, because he hardly ever uses a number nine. So will Haaland actually suit that style? But we will eventually come to know about it as the season goes on. So yeah, a good start for Liverpool by just to win the trophy here. I think it'll give them a bit of a psychological edge, at least for the initial few weeks of the season. And excuse me, yeah, and let's see how it goes from here. We have obviously this was this is going to be the key competition, the key contest in the coming season between these two teams. So hopefully it is as good as this match was, and maybe not as much as one-sided a scoreline as 3-1. But yeah, so let's hope. So let's move on to our next topic, which is about Man United's result today against Atletico Madrid. What did you make of this performance, and what did you uh, feel about the game against Atletico? Because this was like one of our proper tests. Because in this game, Atletico were in, they weren't playing like a preseason match, as in they were in that typical Atletico mood, and they really exposed the frailties that United still have, right? So they, I mean, they were not able to press. United were not able to score or create chances with the same fluidity that they were able to do in all the other games. Do you think that this kind of exposes the false hopes that all of the United fans have had?
Now, to give United a benefit of doubt, Atletico is a team, that plays a very, defensive-minded game. It's a dark side of the game that they play. and not a lot of teams struggle to play against Atletico Madrid. And like I said earlier as well, that this will take time for United to adapt to Erik Ten Hag's way, the players to understand the way he wants to play. We will see some moments here and there, and we will see some good goals. But to expect United to go out there and start banging goals and winning all the games, that shouldn't happen. We क्योंकि देखिए 38 गेम सीजन है और अभी सिर्फ
हाँ,
1-2 महीने ही स्पेंड किए हैं उन्होंने मैनेजर के साथ, तो ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम थोड़ा समय लगेगा। एरिक टेन हाग के पास उनके प्लेयर्स भी नहीं है सारे। ही वांटेड फ्रैंकी डियोंग, ही वांटेड एंटनी, ही वांटेड अनदर स्ट्राइकर, United have failed to deliver that. So before I go ahead, Ajmal says midfield is still major area of concern. Absolutely, his priority signing, Eric Ten Hag's priority signing, number one target was Frankie De Jong. Now,
Frankie
for
De
some of
Jong.
the other reason, yeah. And
It's not
now,
happening.
who do we blame for that? We cannot speak right now because there are different stories coming out for Frankie de Jong. Some say that Barcelona are will sell towards the end of the window because they want to buy Bernardo Silva, and to adjust the wages and everything. Looking at the salary cap, if they have to register Lewandowski, Rafinha, Kunde, and then register Bernardo Silva as well, they have to sell Frankie de Jong. They owe him 14 to 17 million euros in wages. If they are
Default
able to
wages.
clear off those wages, yes, though they will sell towards the end of the window. But the thing is that by the time window ends, we will have already played 3 or 4 games. So there's a high chance of drop. Now I'm not saying Frankie De Jong will be the key to everything, but yes, it will be a lot of improvement to what we currently have in McTominay and Fred. Now Fred can play well, in a Ten Hag system. He has got that one touch passes and he is a player who puts in an effort. McTominay, I'm not saying it doesn't put in that effort, but he can't. He's not a Manchester United player. I'll be very honest. He's not a Manchester United player. He is a player who can play in a team like Southampton, Crystal Palace, and do pretty decent. But he's not a player who will who should start for Man United regularly. So ये मेरा मानना है. Or we have a comment here from Tejas who
And
says Marshall should have scored and Rashford should be clinical, and someone had to be the end of Eriksen's cross at the end. Overall, we were better than Atletico Madrid, but their philosophy is inbuilt. Absolutely on the money, Tejas. We don't have forwards, first of all. Today Sancho was not there. We're missing Sancho and Elanga started. We knew Elanga is not ready, and it came out today. Anthony Elanga is not yet ready. He has to get more match experience, more game time, and he's not a good backup option at this point in time. So we'll have to wait and see if United go in for Anthony or Benjamin Sesko, who are United buy, because if they are telling that it all depends on Ronaldo, then why were they chasing Darwin Nunez? Ronaldo intention to go out were not at that time, very clear. We thought Ronaldo will stay, and Ronaldo will were all in for Darwin Nunez. Darwin Nunez तो खरीद नहीं वाले थे, but Liverpool had a more interesting and exciting prospect, and he went to Liverpool. But yes, United were ready to pay around 16, 17 million for Darwin Nunez. So if they were ready to pay that money for Liverpool for a striker, then why are they, backing up? Why they want to wait for Ronaldo's decision? I don't understand. Even with Ronaldo, we have only 4 attackers. If two of them get injured, again, Alanga and Pelestri will have to pay. That's a huge, huge risk that Manchester United are going into the season. And Eric Ten Hag will have a headache, if not now, later in the later part of the season. Now, Ajmal says, I forgot about Frankie de Jong. I don't even
additionally,
want
I
to
would
hear
just
about him.
like to add that. Sorry,
I don't want to hear about him. This is a
this is a
toxic transfer business.
toxic
Absolutely.
transfer
Yeah, yeah,
business.
absolutely. Because Barcelona at one end are agreeing to the fee, and at the other end, their Joan Loporta is saying that he's not for sale and we want Frankie to play with us. So, this is like going on in the saga. Only thing is, if United don't come out with Frankie de Jong, then it's going to be an embarrassment for them. You're saying something, Prashant. Go on.
Yeah, I was just looking to add to what you mentioned earlier. It's the same thing with the midfield as well. Yeah, right now I think the only one place where we are like stacked well with a lot of backup is at defense. We don't. Apart from that, I don't think we have too many options in midfield or in the forward line. Both are, they are very short. All of them are like really short uh, on everything, on all of the options. So yeah, if one or two players do get injured here and there, we are all really gonna be in a sticky situation. We should avoid that. So yeah, United have not kept all those things in mind. So regardless of how the machine is churning out, it's not going to be that much of an explosive season. We have to be humble to begin the season. We have to start the season with very basic expectations.
Yeah, even it is, you know, United, our Manchester United board are telling that they don't want to overpay for a player, but I
Hello,
think
Divya,
they've
are
already
you there?
overpaid for. Yes, can you hear me?
Hello.
I think there is some issue with the internet here.
Yeah, I can hear you, Divya.
It's better now. I think Prashant's video has been cut off. So yes, talking about Manchester United, the defense, yes, it's sorted a bit. You can say Harry Maguire was good in today's game, Atletico Madrid, and what I found good about him was he was able to read the game, intercept those crucial passes, not allowing the Atletico players to counter attack, and if he can play with the same intensity, then he can make up for the pace that he has, and we can play with the front foot. So yes, that is a positive. Harry Maguire was good. So was Charles Malacia. Looked really brilliant. Strong, not afraid to go forward, put in a cross, and not afraid to take on the players. Brilliant signing that we have made. Good backup for Luke Shaw, and in the long run will prove to be a very important play for Man United. So I think this coming week, the first Premier League game, Lindelof and Maguire will start. I was hoping Moran and Martinez to start, but I think Rafael Varane is not yet fit and Martinez is not yet played a preseason game. So tomorrow he might play against Vallecano. We will wait and see. But yes, I'm expecting Maguire and Lindelof to start tomorrow. It's a huge, not tomorrow, sorry, against in the Premier League. It's a huge, huge game. And if United start the game on a positive note, we get 3 points and then we move on to the next game and then the Liverpool game. We keep on winning slow one by one. If we take, this is going to prove to be it's going to be end up in a very good transfer. Now, I think Prashant is back, so let me add him. Prashant, there you are. Is the network better now?
Yeah, hi again, everyone. Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So
It's
okay.
a
So yes,
little
I was
better.
saying, I was talking about Harry Maguire.
Your
Had a very good game
video
today.
is a little delayed compared to the audio, but it's all fine.
Okay. So what I was saying is, what I was speaking was about Harry Maguire. What a
Yeah,
brilliant game today. Read the game really
he
well
had a
today.
decent
And
game, I guess. I mean, we did only concede one goal overall.
so yes, let's move on to our next topic, Prashant. So I think we'll speak about Tottenham Hotspurs and their transfer business. So they have had a very good, starting couple of months, and they've signed 4 players already: Jet Spence, East Bissouma, Richarlison, and of course Ivan Perez is the experienced one. So all 4 are Antonio Conte players. And from what I'm hearing is they were looking to bring in James Madison, but I think that's going to be too expensive. Newcastle had a bid rejected for 40 million for Madison, and Leicester want nothing less than 60 million. So I don't think Spurs will sign him,
Right.
but the 4 signings they have made are brilliant. And even if I think they end up signing another player, they will have to sell, I think, Ndombele and Giovanni Lo Celso. So,
Newcastle have also
uh,
had a bid rejected. Yes.
yes. So yes, so Madison. is one player that Spurs are looking to sign. But again, like I said, they will have to sell two players, that is Lo Celso and Tanguy and Ndombele. Two players that they are looking to move up to out of the team. They're not in Antonio Conte's plans. Same way it was with Steven Bergwijn, who went to Ajax, and I think Prashant is having a lot of internet issues today. But nevertheless, yes, Tottenham's window is brilliant. They planned the window very well. All three of them, Danny Levi, Paratici, and Antonio Conte, the three of them planned the window really well, and they bought the players they wanted. Kulusevski is already here, another brilliant player who's had a very good 6 months with Spurs. And I think Antonio Conte is building a very good team here. They may not win the title, but yes, I think they have a very good chance of finishing third about our likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, and Man United. So very, I'm hoping to see a very contest style Tottenham next season, win games and, fight for each other. And brilliant manager, one of my favorite managers, Antonio Conte. When United sacked Solskjaer, I wanted Conte to be the United manager because he would have brought an instant change, an instant impact to United squad, and we wouldn't have had such a bad 6 months. No, I'm not saying that Ragnick was a bad appointment, but Conte would have been not a temporary appointment, a permanent appointment, and our players would have bought into that his style, and we would have seen much better results than what we have seen towards the last 6 months. So again, to talk about Conte, again another player that he's bought is brilliant is East Bissouma. What a fantastic signing, just 25 million euros, and along with Bissouma, they've also bought Ivan Perisic, who is again an experienced campaigner who's played in the World Cup final, scored in the World Cup final, and brings a lot of experience along with him. He is a fighter. He can not only goes and puts a cross inside, but he can also track back and help out the defenders. So typical Antonio Conte player, and along with him, the final name in the coffin was Richarlison, brilliant striker, plays for Everton and who used to play for Everton, scored a lot of goals. A lot of people call him overrated, but I think he's just fine and he will do well for Tottenham Hotspur. If and playing in the contest style of 3-4-3, with Son, Richarlison, and Harry Kane, Tottenham are going to be very lethal. Prashant, your thoughts on Spurs, recent signing and the transfer activity? I think Prashant's windows against he's having a lot of issues with the internet. Yes, so Spurs will put in a fight, and my prediction is the Tottenham Hotspurs will come third behind Man City and Liverpool. They've got a big chance, and I'm from what I've seen in the last 6 months, Conte has only got positivity in them. We never expected them to finish fourth. We all thought it will be either be Man United or Arsenal, but they came out on top. They fought together as a team, and some brilliant performances by Harry Kane, Son, Kulusevski. Together as a team, they played and they won that fourth place. And it was fair and square, They earned it and they deserved it. A lot of people say Arsenal should have been in the number four, but no. Arsenal messed up towards the end of the window. और उनका final games थोड़े अच्छे नहीं थे, and that's why they lost to Newcastle, they lost to Spurs. So Spurs deservingly fourth place पे अच्छे थे, and I think they will give a lot of fight to good teams like United, Chelsea, even Liverpool and Man City will find it difficult to beat Antonio Conte Spurs. So I think Prashant, buddy, all
Yes,
okay? Internet?
can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Everyone can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I was
Okay,
talking about
brilliant,
Spurs. So
super.
you go on
So
now.
yeah, let me, yeah, I did hear you talking about Antonio Conte and the signing that he has made. Um, Let me just add to that. First and foremost, Antonio Conte is very perfect in the way he built this side. Right now, he has only spent half a season with Spurs, and imagine that when he actually joined Spurs, right? Initially, for the first few weeks, he was almost, implying it every time that he's going to leave at the end of the season. That he is not happy with the signing, he is not happy with this, that. Somehow,
Right.
even after that, he managed to turn everything around, and he and Spurs have now qualified for the Champions League ahead of Arsenal, who were, they were a good number of points ahead of them. So they qualified ahead of Arsenal, ahead of Man United, of course. So You can imagine how good he is. So now, with the signings that he has made, and though they are just limited number of signings, I think Antonio Conte, being the coach that he is, he knows what he is signing here, and I actually think that they will finish in top four. So top four is not going to be that easy. It will be like even the top six, like the fifth and sixth spot, the Europa League
Forget
spot,
top four.
will
I
now
am
be
doubting
very
the Europa
difficult.
League
They
spot
will
as well.
also be, yeah, exactly, exactly. So they will be like the Europa League spots will now be like the Champions League spot for us, for Man United, and even for other clubs, it has become even more competitive. So you can imagine how how competitive the league is now. First, it used to be just the top two. Now it's the top four. Then it was the top four. Now it is up to the top six. And even for top six, you will have other teams who will be competing, like West Ham, Leicester, and so on and so forth. And let me be honest, even Nottingham Forest, who have just joined the Premier League, they've just been promoted, even they have some very good signings in there. So they will also be a force to reckon with. So yeah, all of them, maybe even Conference League will be difficult. Who knows?
Absolutely right, and like you rightly said, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Leicester City, these teams will battle out for that, the Europa League spot. Not to forget David Moyes' West Ham United, who's again signed some good players. So
Yeah,
बहुत ही exciting Premier League होने वाला है ये, and every year it becomes exciting and very difficult. So that's the glamour of the Premier League. A lot of competitions. You never know what will happen. It's very unpredictable. At times you will see a Brighton beating Manchester City, a Man United losing to Nottingham Forest. So all these things you can only find in Premier League, and that's what makes it more exciting. But yes, to wrap it up with this part, Spurs have had a brilliant window, and if they can add a number 10 to this current squad by selling off Lo Celso and Domalele, it'll be really brilliant. Madison is the right player for them, and I think if they can get him, they will be, like you said, a force to reckon with the upcoming season. Now, moving on to our last point, and a lot of people are talking about this new forward or the striker Manchester United linked with. So I wanted to speak about that. Speak about him, Benjamin Sesko from RB Salzburg, and he is actually a Slovenian national. 19 years of age, fantastic striker, young player who, if United can sign, will prove to be a brilliant striker in long run. He's very fast. He's as fast as Kylian Mbappe is what they say. His stats are brilliant, and let me just go through his stats. So I'll speak about just give me 1 minute.
and while you're looking for his stats, let me just tell you, I have been getting like I've been seeing some YouTube videos on my feed wherein Benjamin Sesko has just run through the Liverpool defense. So a lot of fans are
Yeah.
already hyping that up.
Yeah, absolutely. When the way he scored that goal, he took it. He went past the defender and scored that goal. So he's fast, 6 foot 4 inch, and like I said already, he's as quick as Kylian Mbappe. Just 19 years of age. Won't directly go into our first team, but in long run, he will turn out to be an excellent striker. And let me tell you, United now only have Ronaldo as a number 9. Apart from that, Martial, in the past, he's
Yeah,
not been up to the mark. The consistency level has a huge doubt. He will play well in the beginning games and then, slowly and steadily he'll fade away and then come back again. He's
straight
also
away.
had the injury problem. Now, yeah, a lot of people are saying that Rashford, Martial, and Sancho are going to be the three top players and United will flourish. I'm hoping that happens. But from what I've seen in the past,
It's
वो
very
हुआ नहीं है.
optimistic to believe that.
करेक्ट एग्जैक्टली एट दिस पॉइंट इन टाइम ये बहुत ही जल्दी है वो कि ऑप्टिमिज्म के लिए लेट एटलीस्ट अगस्त सितंबर जाने दो 2-3 मंथ्स जाने के बाद इफ दे स्टिल एट प्लेइंग एट द टॉप लेवल स्टिल वो गोल्स मार रहे हैं देन आई विल से यस यूनाइटेड हैव अ गुड चांस एंड इवन इफ दे आर प्लेइंग वेल one of them gets injured, you're back with Anthony Alanga on the wings. And I'm not yet counting Ronaldo's sale. If Ronaldo leaves United, then we are in a huge, huge soup. We're in a big problem.
Yeah,
And then you have Ahmad Peristri, young players. You cannot rely on them. They are. just 19, 20, and they're looking to build their career. So I think one of them should at least go on loan, another Palestri. But yes, United need not one but two attacking forwards, and they need to sign before the end of the window. And Benjamin Sesko, I'm having some issues here, but yes, let me just speak about him in brief. He's got he scored a lot of goals. When he played for a club before Salzburg, he was miles ahead of many other strikers in that league. So, for example, the top scorer, Benjamin Sesko, had scored 30 goals. The second top scorer would be around 18, 19 goals. That was a huge margin. He's a
Okay,
kind of
that's a
striker
huge difference.
who loves to yeah, and who is someone who loves to come from the left. Salzburg play with two strikers, so he operates on the left hand side. He likes to run, he likes to dribble past defenders. He's got a good shot in him, and the most important thing about him is his pace. He's got absolutely terrifying pace. So he can scare the defenders, and like I said, 19 years of age, lot to learn, and this will be a signing for long term. For 4 5 years, we don't have to look back to buy a new striker.
Okay. Well, yeah, that would be a good signing indeed. And because he plays for South, but he should actually fit into Ten Hag's philosophy pretty well as well. I don't think we should have any problem there. And yeah, that is the kind of view that United are supposed to sign with. To be honest, I mean, obviously people were surprised when Ronaldo was signed last summer, and yes, I think by the looks of it, Benjamin Sesko would be a good signing for us. I just think that we are so short of time. I'm just growing more and more skeptical about who we will sign, and with the squad that we have, I wonder where we will go, where we will end up this season.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah,
And
that would be
you
my
know, we lost a lot
views
of
about
players.
Benjamin Sesko.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we lost around
exactly.
7 8 players. Cavani
And
went.
yeah,
Greenwood
so
situation happened.
yeah. Uh, we also lost, I believe, Matic, although he was not that important. But we have lost Matic as well. We've lost Mata, so at least four players that I can think of uh, uh, right away. So, yeah, a lot of players that we have lost. We need backup. We need some good signings at least. We cannot just, uh, you know, depend on our academy players. But that is where we think that the thing will go. So yeah, that would be it for now. And thank you so much for your thoughts, Divya. And again, apologies to all our viewers today for the technical difficulties that we have been facing during this particular podcast. And yes, we look forward to hearing all your comments, all your thoughts about every club, every player out there. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And we look forward to seeing you once again on our channel. Thank you so much. Bye
Bye, guys.
and bye, Divya.
Bye, bye. Thank you.